What's going on, folks? Today I'm working on my mother's 1998 Pontiac Transport. I believe the AC condenser, let me get you down in here. I think the AC condenser is leaking out all her Freon. I filled it up a couple times and it just keeps leaking out. And so I'm going to replace it today. I got one at Advance for $100. Used their quick little 25% off discount. And told her, I said I might need it for a couple days, depending on how rough it is. But seems to be coming out pretty easy. So to give you a quick rundown of what I've already done, there's these black cross members right here. They go, they run from these holes back behind here, and same over here, from this hole right here up to that one there. And those are just like support braces. The fuse relay box holds on to one, and then the water overflow tank, which is right there, holds on to another one. Went ahead and pulled the AC, or the air box, and got my floor jack underneath the motor to support the motor. I pulled both of those motor mounts up, and then the hood latch mechanism right on up. So got the upper radiator hose disconnected, pulled off, and I'm going to start working these radiator fans next. Now, it seems rather straightforward. All the bolts to pull everything from right here was 13 mil, and then it looks like there was like the I think this is the cruise control mechanism here. It bolts up right here. It was a 10 mil, and it looks like the radiator fan bolts right here are 10 mil as well. So they should be out next. I'm going to try to just scoot the radiator back and not have to disconnect it, because I don't want to have to pull the transcooler line and, you know, pull it out, put it back in, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm just out here doing that. I'm in the garage, my front driveway. I got TK Auto over there on the TV. He's going to pick up a new ride from Copart, so what up, TK, if you're watching. But anyway, I'm gonna pause this right here, and I'll get you guys back with me in just a sec. It really seems pretty straightforward. Just, you know, process elimination. A couple bolts here, a couple bolts here, and then wham bam, and she'll be out of there, I hope. So give me just a minute and I'll get back with you. Okay, we're back. Got the new condenser in, as you can see, right here, right here. There's nothing necessarily that holds it in, no bolts. Once you pull the radiator out, the condenser will slide forward. It's got a couple of like foam feet that sit on the bottom and the top. And then over here, there's your high pressure side, low pressure side that need to come off. Make sure you expertly drain the system before you remove that, or you get showered with oil, and it's bad for the environment. That's my disclaimer. So yeah, next things next is I'll throw the old radiator back in, button up all the hoses, put the air box back in, and then I will put the motor mounts back together and the cross members there, and then we'll be back in style. And I have a numerous amount of bolts here. These are all from this project. We'll see how many extras I have. Okay, talk to you soon. Alrighty, so we're back. I have got the radiator back installed. The cooling fans are in. Upper and lower radiator hose are in. Got the cross members there in place. And then next is the motor mounts. I have to correct myself from earlier. Watching TK's garage.
It got hit in the rear.
Auto. My bad.
Smashed.
My bad, TK.
Bent the rails now.
But just running a freaking marathon of TK right now. But But yeah, we're coming together pretty good. I expected this to last me a couple days, but looks like I'm gonna have it done in about an hour. I started about 3:30. It's about 5:25 now, and I've been, having a couple brewskis on the brakes and taking my time, make sure I don't mess nothing up. It's not my car; it's Mom's car, so I don't want broken pieces or anything like that. So one thing to note that did trip me up a little bit is I don't know if you guys can see it down there, right there. That pressure side right there just has a nut on it. Come on, clear up. It's right there. So that pressure side just has a nut on it, and then it has a bolt that runs through the entirety of the. So it looks like that. It runs through both pieces. So I got a new one that came with, but this is the old condenser. It looks a hot mess. The only thing about this van is it's got an aftermarket trans cooler, which doesn't make a bit of sense to me, except for it's got a towing package on it. But you can't really tow much with these vans. But we picked, just a backstory, we picked this van up for $600, and it has, I believe, 93,000 miles on it. Interior in it is absolutely mint. It was a nice little buy. We were getting rid of our financed vehicles, and all of us going with paid for vehicles. So this one is a couple years before they had the slide door on the driver's side. Let's see, what did we do to this thing to get it ready to go? Oh, so the guy that sold us to us said it needed a radiator. Turns out it didn't need a radiator, but at first I thought the intake gasket had gone on it. But there's a line, and I'll show you guys in just a little bit, right behind this air intake tube, right behind it, that was leaking. It's like a pressure tube that goes into the intake or something like that. And I threw some JB Weld on it. She's been good ever since, except the AC keeps leaking out Freon. So hopefully we're going to rectify that. But until then, I'm going to just bolt these cross members back in, throw the hood latch back on, motor mounts back in, and recharge it, and listen to some TK. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, ladies and gents, welcome to the jungle. So, got the AC filled back up. I'm going to go ahead and, without burning myself, pop that sucker off. Pull that on out of there. I stuck 4 cans in it. Got everything bolted back up. Cross member, motor mounts, hood latch, the other of the two. Engine coolant full back up, full of water. A little extra in there won't hurt. Use the old garden hose trick. When I first started it up, I had a check engine light. I was like, oh man, why's that? So I pulled my code reader out. Mass airflow sensor. Forgot to plug the old girl back in through the check engine light. But here we are. We've got 93,591 on the clock. Good cold air conditioning coming out of there. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So, the screen on this thing sometimes doesn't work. You just gotta tap it. It comes back to life. It's a Chevy thing. Gotta love GMs. But the only thing left to do with this is put this little cowling back on, the cowling strip, Let it sit here, make sure she don't overheat. No air bubbles in the system, none of that. And otherwise, this project's wrapped up. Thanks for coming along with me, hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was a little bit informative. Just want you to know, if you do have to replace one of these condensers, don't pay a shop $800 and something to do it for you. You can do it in an afternoon and some beer. That's it. Some beer is the time making me now. So an afternoon and some beer. All right. Thank y'all. Have a good one.